we're not gonna do any like DLC. Like we're a Shovel Knight's like the reason we maintained it for so long. We like promised 4 campaigns and a battle mode, so we did all those, and we did them way. Yes, we did. We greatly over delivered. When we made Mina, we're like, we're not doing that again.
Yeah.
So like we're not planning to add anything to Mina. I mean, we'd love to make a Mina 2 or something one day. I mean, we like over the course of development, we talked about it a lot.
I got to respect you for not doing Shovel Knight 2. That would have been the money move.
Yeah.
No, seriously. I respect
it. Thank you. I made hundreds of bosses. How can I, like, this one can't be any different than any other boss I've ever made, you know?
Looking at the Metacritic top games of the year, you guys are equal first with Forza. When you saw those reviews, what did your heart skip a beat?
Yes, definitely. I mean, and I was completely shocked. I mean, I thought we would get very mixed reviews for Mina, honestly.
Do you guys ever butt heads? And if you do, who wins out?
The way we work is basically if anyone says like no to anything, then we don't proceed. We work it out until basically everyone's on board.
Ladies and gentlemen, look who we have here. David, what a pleasure, man. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me.
How's that? Was it a knee or leg or what's going on there?
My ankle.
Yeah, ankle.
I busted a tendon in my ankle. Yeah.
You feeling okay though?
Yeah, the drugs are helping me feel okay.
What about with Mina? How long's it been since launch now? A couple of months? How are you feeling?
I think it's been 2 months exactly. I mean, yeah, we've fixed all the issues, or at least, I mean, if anyone's experiencing one, I'm sorry, and we'll fix it. But all the ones we know about, we've fixed, and we're patching it, and yeah, it just feels like we're like putting a bow on it. It's nice to be, everyone seems to like it, which is great. Yeah, it's just been a real nice experience getting it out the door.
Last time I checked, 500K sold. Is that right?
Yeah, I've not checked. We haven't really checked it since then. I'm sure it's not that much higher than that, but I don't know. So you're not actually.
We heading towards 1 million, you think, this year?
I mean, I would hope so. Yeah. That's the goal. I hope it didn't just like everyone bought it and now no one's gonna get it anymore.
So you said you put a bow on it. So are you moving on to other projects, or are you haven't announced anything yet?
Right now, we're talking about what we want to add to Mina, and not like major DLC, like, people want some accessibility features, people want here's some things we wanted to, like, we have got a randomizer in the game, we wanted to like beef that up a little bit, stuff like that, just like making things like odds and ends in the game that we're going to be patching. But yeah, then we're also talking about right now moving on to the next game. Pretty crazy.
Is that weird after such a long journey to then just put it away?
It's very weird. It's very weird.
Jarring.
Well, I mean, in one respect, you like can't ever put it away. Like, like there will always be more bugs like what people will find. Like, I remember when we brought the game to Japan for Shovel Knight. It was like 3 years or something, 2 years after the game had come out in America and Europe, and we thought like it's got no bugs in it, right? We fixed everything, and we brought Nintendo was publishing it.
Yeah,
and I think they found something like 300 bugs just from their QA. I mean, their QA is amazing, but it's just like this. How is this possible? How is it possible that like millions of people have played it? Yeah, and we have found everything people have said, and like, Nintendo can find even more stuff. Anyway, it just feels like it can go on forever, and it does go on forever. And things happen like, like PCs updated. We got to like update it so it doesn't crash on PCs anymore, like that kind of thing. There's always like something happening where you're maintaining the game, so it never goes away. But it does feel weird that like, I mean, we've been working on Mina intensely for 6 years, and now it's like, okay, I guess we're not working on it anymore. Yeah, it feels hard to say goodbye. Yeah.
Is the pressure off the studio now? Because I saw the Jason Schreier piece, and there was, it was kind of make or break. Is that right? Have I got that correct or not? that drastic.
Yeah. I mean, it
Yeah.
definitely, if Mina didn't do, I mean, it's like, I think it was it's a little overblown, or like in a
Yeah,
way
that's
that's
I
like,
thought so. Yeah.
well, I mean, it's like any company, right? If, I mean, we live on the games that we make. If we have a flop, we're not going to be making games anymore. It's like any other, every studio is like that. I mean, I mean, even the big ones are like that, right? If Naughty Dog goes and makes one flop, two flops in a row, they're going to be like, Sony's going to get rid of them, right? They're too pricey for that. It's that kind of. I mean, it's like that's where we were at. Basically, if we had a flop, we would have had to like really think about how we were making games, or do something different. But yeah, I mean, the game's been a great success, and yeah, we're continuing on the path we were going to, which is good.
Without being arrogant or anything, did you ever think this could fail, or were you confident in the product that you delivered?
Oh, I definitely thought it could fail.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes. I don't know. I mean, it had been a long time since we released a new thing. It's hard to know. I mean, if you looked at the stats for Mina before it came out,
Hmm.
it was less popular than Shovel Knight even before it came out.
You mean wish
It's
lists
like,
or what? Just views or?
well, wishlist Steam, Shovel Knight was like never on Wish, like it was on like Steam like a week before, so it didn't really have wish lists. But if you looked like Google Trends, or just like,
Okay.
oh,
Yeah.
how many articles are published about it, it's like, maybe half, it was maybe half as popular as Shovel Knight when you looked at it. So it's like, I don't know, it's like, maybe, and then I don't know, I think we all had a good handle on like what actually makes a game get popular, 10, 12 years ago, or and nowadays it feels like it's complete, like, how did Mecha Chameleon get noticed by everyone in the world all of a sudden, right? It's like no one has any idea, but it happens. It's like games they get very popular, and you like nowadays, like when we came out, it's like you could have said, oh, they had a big YouTube video, oh, they had
Yeah. Yeah.
Nintendo put them in their direct, oh, you could always point to something to say this is the reason why it's popular, like without a doubt. And now it just feels like it comes out of thin air, or it's really hard to say what makes something catch on. So it
Do,
definitely felt like, who knows if people, and then you never know. It's, I mean, we made a big huge game, and I don't know if people are gonna like it at the end of the day. I mean, we felt very confident in what we made. We kept saying we think this is the best game we've ever made. um but at the end of the day, like, maybe we're weirdos that are just really into smelling our own farts.
the with Mecha Chameleon, do you guys? I mean, when you see 10 million or whatever crazy number it is, do you go, "Fuck me"? We've poured our heart into this game. Our game is better. Let's be honest.
I mean, I think there's part of me that's like, I'm so happy that anyone's succeeding
Yeah, of
in
course,
games,
of course.
that's like, it's great. It's like, yay for someone. I hope they're like good people, that like, that's what I think about. Like, I
Yeah,
hope they're good people that are
yeah,
passing it forward, because it's like
yeah.
hard enough for anyone to succeed. Um, and then I think my second thought is just like, how did that happen? Like, it's crazy. Like, is there anything we can learn from it, or like, I want to sell to 10 million people in 1 week, or whatever they did. And I like, I mean, I'm sure it's just like the magic of the right game and the right place at the right time. But I guess I'm always looking, like, is there something we're missing about, like, this thing how games catch on, or how people notice them, or why people are playing them, or it's like trying to be aware, and not totally. Yeah, but I don't generally feel like, yeah, like mad or upset or anything
No,
like
of
that.
course
I
not.
mean, yeah, I mean,
I
we're
was just
definitely doing
curious
a
what
different
devs thought
different
of,
thing.
because there's this word friend slop that goes around, which I'm sure you've heard.
Yeah, I
I've
mean,
got no
generally,
problem with
I
those
mean,
games personally,
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, they're like nuts. Like, I mean, obviously, by the game we made, we're into like a certain kind of thing. Like, we're into the kind of like meticulously crafted thing that takes 6 years to make,
Yeah.
rather than like we put this out in a month or two, and then develop it with people out in the world. So I mean, it's like I'm not saying I don't like those things, but yeah, well, I
No.
mean, this. this is like it's definitely a different beast, and it's like we wouldn't be like, oh man, I'm so jealous, I want to make a friend slap game now too. It's like we're not, it's like that's not what we're interested in making.
Of
So it's
course
like
not. And please
it's
don't.
sort of like
Yeah.
it almost feels like a movie being a really big hit and being like,
Yeah. 100%.
it's
Yeah.
like, well, I don't want to make movies. I'm not jealous that this movie is successful, but you are like, what does make that, like, why are people watching that movie? That's interesting that people like this movie. Yeah.
How do you feel, man? Like looking at the Metacritic top games of the year, you guys are equal first with Forza at a 90, I think. That's
Yeah.
that's crazy, man. Like when you saw
I,
those reviews, what did your heart
I
skip
mean,
a beat?
yes, definitely. I mean, and I was completely shocked. I
Oh,
mean, I thought we would get very mixed reviews for Mina, honestly. I thought we would get lots of like, this is the best game ever, and lots of like, I just don't get it. Um, which
mm,
is which is interesting because I think people like, if you look at our Steam reviews, where I don't know where we're at, maybe 90% or something. You can see it in our Steam reviews. You can see, and sometimes you can see it in the Metacritic, like critical reviews too. You can see, well, like every once in a while we'll get like a real clunker, um, and but it's got a lot of things that are just like, you can go wrong playing the game. It's very open, and so you can go the wrong level first. You
yeah,
can pick
yeah,
the weapon that you don't like to play with. You can I don't know, you can pick like the gear. You can like not find the right thing, like find the right items and trinkets and stuff in the world that might help you understand how to play it better. Just like everything can like go wrong,
But that's
and
the
because of
charm,
the
man. That's the
yeah, when
charm
we
of
were
it, the
coming
openness.
from, yes, oh, definitely, that's the charm. I think that,
Yeah.
and that's why people really connect with it when they do. But
Mm,
like coming from Shovel Knight, when everything's extremely linear, when we knew exactly what your experience is going to be, basically, it's like
yeah.
it's like, oh, you can be fairly certain, like, oh, they will like it, or they hate 2D platformers and they will not like it, um, or they like don't like to die in pits, and they don't, you could just point, you can know exactly what's going to go wrong and what they don't like. And Mina was very like, I don't, anyone can play and have any experience. And we had a reviewer Discord because we were really worried,
Yeah, I
just
was
like,
in it. It was
oh yeah.
interesting. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And the people in there, I felt like they were saying some real mean stuff in there.
I don't know about
Uh,
that.
I mean, there
You
were a lot of
reckon?
nice things, but
Yeah.
people would say like things just like,
What would they say?
I'm getting stuck. I'm stuck here, and I don't know why anyone would ever go this way, kind of, or like, or some stuff that was just sounded very dramatic,
Yeah, yeah.
and or like it's like,
End of the world. Yeah.
yeah, like, we're in trouble. Like everyone's getting lost at this part.
Uh,
Yeah. So yeah. So I mean, it just feels like it's amazing to be yeah, just that everyone is able to find a
yeah.
way into it and was able to enjoy it, especially when we knew, like, when we're worried about how well it will sell. Like, I think the only thing like we can really control is how good of a game it is, right? And being able to say like, oh well, like, people, like, it got really good reviews, like people are saying it is good, right? So like, like, that's when that's happening, it's like, well, it's got to sell well, right? It's like, you can't, there's not that many games that like have very very good reviews that don't sell well. It's actually
No.
like hard to even name them.
Yeah. Especially in the 90s. And
Yes,
and
yeah.
that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I remember Uncharted 4, they got a 4 out of 10 by like a review. You didn't get anything that bad, did you? I mean,
I don't know. Well, I don't think so. I think like we got like sixes and sevens,
yeah,
kind of.
okay. Good.
Yeah.
Because I remember that review and I think that's ridiculous. How could you give it a 4? I mean, this is
Yeah.
just stupid now.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah,
You know what I
if you don't
mean?
normally use the bottom of the scale, you're not allowed to use it on something that's like like refined and polished. Yeah.
What did you guys do for marketing wise? Was it all organic? Did you do any paid advertising? Were you going for word of mouth? Like, where did you end up there?
I mean, I would say our approach was brute force.
Yeah.
We didn't do any paid stuff. We
None at
mainly
all.
like none at all. And
Damn.
we we've never really done it with Shovel Knight Dig. We tried it like a small taste, and it was like, wow, that didn't work at all. So we're like, yeah, we did. Um, yeah, we just built like a, over the years too, we've built like a huge list of contacts of like people that have covered our game or talked to us or asked for keys or whatever. So we built a huge list, and we sent it out to everyone, and we just message everyone for emails, and we like, or for, for coverage, and we, went on every interview thing, like, like this, like you could see right now, that we could. And I mean, we reached out to like Discord communities to be like, hey, you're a Zelda Discord. Do you want to play Mina? Um, but yeah,
But yeah,
real
just
like,
all organic.
yeah, I mean, generally, I think the result is. Oh, and then we did make like a bunch of videos, like kind of like, here's what's cool about the game, like short form videos. That was pretty different.
Yeah,
That
I
we
like
did.
that.
We used to write like articles on our website, like, oh, here's why the checkpoint is really cool in Shovel Knight. That like kind of what our design thing, and we're like, I don't think people read anymore, so we made essentially videos to try to be like the equivalent of that. Um, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, mostly it was just like, we're just like trying to seed the word of mouth, I guess.
You guys remind me of Team Cherry, or vice versa. I'm sure you guys came first, but do you have you talked to those guys at all? Have you kept an eye on
You know,
them?
I was actually looking at. We were trying to see if they would want to do like a Steam bundle with us, and I reached out to them, and I was like, I've never talked to them. I see what, but let me see if I first. I searched their email to see if I could find it, like if we were like CC'd with like another company, because sometimes that happens, like. Uh, and what I found actually was, one of them had emailed us for Kickstarter advice, before their
Wow, it's
Kickstarter. Yes.
crazy. Damn.
And they wrote this like real big, like, I would never do this normally, but I really need like help. And it was very funny and like, nice and sweet, and like, it's like, reading it now, it's like, oh, I see why these guys are so successful, because
Yeah.
it's like a great email that he sent, and just like shows that they're like very hardworking and care a lot. But I had totally forgotten, and we responded and gave them a bunch of advice, which I guess they used. But yeah,
Nice.
it was like, oh, I guess we have talked to them.
So did you do a
um,
bundle with them? Because you guys got a lot of Steam
we
bundles.
didn't we didn't
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't want to do one, but
Really? That's
um,
interesting. They because you've done a lot. I know. I got to anyone watching get the Mugenics and Mina bundle. You're not going to
oh
get
yeah,
any better
definitely.
than that, guys.
Yeah,
Shit,
that was
two
one of the
stellar
marketing
games.
things. One of the marketing things we did, we the Crow County guy, Crow Country guys, and what's their, God, I can't think of their name right now. But they made that, and they just came out with Mermaid Mask, and the guys that made Snipper Clips too. We reached out to some studios for advice, like, you came out with a game recently, do you have any marketing advice? And they said to us, do a bunch of bundles. They work really well, and so we reached out to a bunch of people beforehand, thinking everyone would say no,
And they all said
and then they
yes.
all said yes, and then we ended up with like 30 bundles, and now we're joking like, oh, we got to try to break Steam, like see how many bundles you're allowed to have, like see if we can hit the cap. um yeah, but
Oh,
they've been amazing. That's been like, I
they've been
think, a
good.
really big, yeah, big marketing thing. I maybe like I think like 25% of our total sales, like including
Wow.
consoles, are from bundles, which is
Wow.
really crazy.
So that's a tip for anyone that can do that. To try and do that. That's a
Yeah, definitely. I mean, definitely we're in the fortuitous position of like having talked to lots of other game developers that, we've been friendly with over the years, that like are open to it. But yeah, yeah, I mean, if you're able to get some bundles, I would definitely recommend it.
So with the game, man, how did you guys strike the balance between, the not holding the player's hand and then tutorializing, that openness? How do you even balance that? I'm curious.
It's very, very challenging. That I mean, that's a lot of what we're thinking about all the time. So a lot. I mean, a large part is like the big overall structure. So we like set up with like an introductory stage, like
Mhm.
the boat like crash lands and you go through a very linear stage. Um, and that's like trying to teach you everything you need to know, like sort of in a gameplay way, hopefully not through text. I mean, generally we try to avoid text everywhere we can.
That's what I
um,
mean. Yeah.
yeah, but even in the introductory level we have like there's two ways that you could encounter someone talking to you about like the mechanics, which you might not encounter, like it only happens if you like don't learn it. um but so that like yeah, we have that, and then in basically like the structure is like set up in a way that's like trying to lead you to the first level. There's like the newspaper that tells you about the first level. When you go to like to the fountain, it tells you about the first level. Lionel, who's like the first main character you meet, tells you where to go to the first level.
Great
Like
character,
there's
by the way. Yeah.
thank you. There's a lot of, and then like hopefully the like level design and like the visual clues are leading you that direction.
Mm.
And then like the gameplay stuff is trying to do that too. Like when you go the other direction, it's like very, very hard. When you go the other direction, it's like not as hard, hopefully. But yeah, I mean that teaching you stuff is like, yeah. And then at a micro or like a less macro level, like we put we have to figure out like, oh, this object or enemy can't be here because we need it to be in like a more linear room, because we need to make sure you run into it in a way where we can teach it to you, right? You can't like go over the ground that breaks and turns into a pit just like out in the open, because if you did it out in the open you might not like learn the lesson properly of how it works. So we need to like make sure we put it in like a straightaway or something that like forces that encounter to happen, and then we can sort of like spread it out in a more open way. So there's a lot of like planning essentially to make sure like the things that like or like the bush that you have to hop on that goes over collision, like that we're teaching you those things in ways that you like have to learn it to proceed, or
Mm.
you or like it's more ingrained into the how like the level is baked out. And then there's a lot of stuff that is like that like through the character, like there's tons and tons, hundreds maybe or whatever of characters in the world that are giving you dialogue and stuff, and pretty much everyone is giving you like some clue about the world or something how it works. Even if they're telling you a dumb joke, they're telling you something about that you need to know to be better at the game or to learn some mechanic that you don't know. So
So
it's a
you're
lot of
almost
that. And then
trusting the player as well, in a way,
oh, I
or
mean, definitely,
mm.
but we're doing a lot to like in that hopefully we're like holding your hand through it. Like we will have, if it's like if we're making a mini game or something, what it'll always be like, oh, this has to be something that teaches you something else in the game. So like you could skip it or whatever, but if you're doing it, it will help you get better at something. Like for example, the ring, there's like a rings mini games where you have to hop in and out of rings to collect points. And not only does that like help you learn how to burrow and jump and get better like in a way that you like will need to do for the level, but then when you go and fight the boss, he's like shooting rings at you, and then when you're fighting the boss, oh, I can hop in these rings, right, to help me get through the boss. It's like that kind of stuff. We're making sure that like the like basically that even all the fun stuff, even the free fun stuff, when I'm doing this NPC interaction to get a treasure, I have to throw my axe, through the sky and learn that it hit something higher than my whip will hit. It's like everything we're doing, we're trying to like reinforce these lessons. So
But even with it, you're balancing that, but you're also balancing the trinkets. Or do you just go,
yeah.
some of them are just going to be better than others? You know what I mean?
No. I mean, it's a huge.
Huh?
I would say the trust in that is really is really high in like the leveling in the equipment department for sure. I mean,
Yeah,
I would say we balance the like the RPG ness of it, sort of like so you don't need it. I mean, that's how we're
right.
looking at it for the most part. Like you should be able to fight everything in the game without any trinkets, without any sidearms,
Right. So
without
that's how you
basically.
approach it from the start. Yeah.
It has to be. I mean, it's much more difficult, but it should be like possible to do that. And if it is possible, then you know like that these things, everything else is only making it easier, right? But then I mean then there's the other component of if all these things are making it easier, well, I can't make it too easy. uh yeah, so I mean it's definitely a crazy balancing act, but we're I mean we're leaving it up to people to sort of figure out, here's all the like ways that, oh, if you put on these three trinkets it's way better than putting on these three trinkets, or these
Yeah.
ones are, you know, compound. And I mean I think the point of the game in a lot of ways is sort of like to let you explore. Like the fun of the game is letting it be up to you, right? If you want to go and have a crazy hard challenge because you're going to like the harder level first, and then you want to just like plow through the easier level, like that's part of the fun of the game, I think. And figuring that out in the same way, like figuring out what equipment you do want to put on, like what works for you and what doesn't work, you figuring that out is like the enjoyable part. So like we want to try to like tell you what to do as little as we can, because I think you discovering that is what's fun. Like you discovering which way to go, you discovering, you know, how to tackle this challenge. Like if you want to use the wall burrowing trinket to like totally skip a platforming section that you might need to do, like, man, you know, like what might be very hard for you otherwise, like that's great. That's like what we want to, you know, hopefully you be getting out of the experience.
Did you always have modifiers in there, or was the game like you're like, oh, this game's a bit hard, maybe we should add the modifiers?
We always had a plan for it. We
Okay.
when we made Shovel Knight, we did, because of the Kickstarter,
You had cheats, didn't you? In that?
we had cheats. We had
Yeah.
300 cheats. They were like called secrets only you know, and we would
300.
yeah, 300. Because 300 people backed at the level, and we're like,
Oh, right.
what do
Yeah.
we do for 300 people? Like it's supposed to be a secret only you know. So we made up cheat codes, and you know, some of them are real dumb, like level 1 beaten at the start of the game, level 2 beaten by the start of the game, level 3 beaten at the start of the game, level 4 beaten at the start.
Yeah,
But anyway,
yeah, that's all
I
right.
mean, they were really cool and people received them really well, but there was no way to like use them in a menu, or, you know, it's like, or
Mm.
combine them. We kept thinking, oh man, it'd be so cool if you combine these cheats. Like I want to jump super high and run super fast at the same time. So we thought about like, oh, that would be really cool just to have these in Mina and just have them be in a menu. So
Yeah.
from the beginning, we were like, yeah, we're gonna do that. Um, and then I guess as a difficulty thing, we I guess we weren't really thinking of it from that point of view, but I guess naturally it like lends itself that way. And I guess, yeah, people really reacted strongly to them, which was a huge shock to us.
Yeah. Both
Uh,
negative and positive, would you say?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
people, yeah, I guess both extremes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting when we posted a video that's like, here's how the modifiers work. And on Facebook and Instagram and like TikTok, it had like no views, and on Twitter it had like millions of views. It's like, oh, I see. This is like the divisive place. um,
Uh,
so yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, for us, it was like, you know, this is a game where essentially you can play it any way you want. Like you can level yourself up to crazy overpowered levels at the start if you want. We're like not controlling the experience at all. So it just feels like modifiers are an extension of that. It's just like, well, if you want to control it more, great. Um,
so
and
with
if you
that
want to make it
response,
harder, cool.
will you do that in the next game, you think?
I mean, we really enjoy it. It's, I mean, as like, even as a developer, it's nice to have. It's nice to be able to like, I don't know, like when you pick up a book, it's nice that you can just like go to the halfway through if you want to, right? And with video games, it's like very annoying that you can't do that. And we're always putting in cheats that are like, just unlock everything, just let me do everything from the start, even if they're like very hidden. Because I mean, like it just feels annoying that they're so locked down. So I can't see why we wouldn't do it again, because like it just feels like it's in our ethos to be that way. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not. I guess I don't know. We haven't.
You haven't discussed it?
It seems no, we haven't discussed it. It seems weird that we would like do anything because of how people reacted. I generally we do things because that's what we think is good for the game. It's
Of
like, oh,
course, yeah.
this is like, it seems like it, like if we made a game that felt like we didn't want you to modify the experience in any way, like that would take away from it. um if we were making like Silk Song, and it's like the point of this is that everyone plays it the same way, and everyone has the same brutally hard experience, and that's like what our shared takeaway is with the game. Like, I'm not you may like agree or disagree with that, but that's like, I think that's like probably somewhat around their philosophy in making it. Like, then that's cool, but we're more like, I think we're more like, we're prone to the like, everyone's gonna put like, they're gonna like cheat in the game and find ways to hack it and put a cheat engine on and do whatever anyway. So like, why don't we make it a cool, good experience for them?
Well, most I hate to say it, but most players aren't like great at games. If we really
Oh
think
yeah.
about it, do you know what I mean?
Oh
Most people aren't that great at
no,
games. Yeah.
no, they're terrible. Which like, yeah, it's so funny. It's so funny when you see like, another IGN reviewer playing a game like, and I'm like, I'm watching the footage being like, they look really good to me. And I've been playing games all my life, and like, I'm like,
Oh man.
I think I'm very good at playing games, and but like, and when like my experience of like having other people play my games is like, wow, people are like really terrible at playing games.
Like the Elden Ring DLC, I did the boss fight, the final boss fight, and I'm getting smashed, hit every second, like barely making it out of the fight. And the
Yeah,
comments are like, they're either this was awesome because this is how I would play, I would get
yeah,
smashed too. And then there's the other people,
right,
they want a clean run, no damage, not get hit
yeah,
once. You're shit at the game. And
yeah.
I've been, as you said, I've been playing all my life as well. It's
It is weird.
yeah.
It is weird how different experiences people can have playing it. It is like, I
Mm.
mean, it's just, it is crazy. Like, even if you look at like when our reviewers, like we said before, we said we really didn't know how long of a game it was. And like, when most of the people we had playtested before were like 20 to 30 hours. Um, but we, over the course of time, we had made it easier than the 20, like the 20, or like we,
Ah, okay, yeah,
everyone
yeah.
had trouble at certain points, and we're like, make that easier. Oh, put in like a hidden checkpoint here, put in a shortcut here. We did a lot of things. Like, you might think Mina's hard, but it was much harder before. Uh, and yeah, so we did all this stuff, and anyway, so we didn't really know if it was 20 to 30 hours. And when we were getting the reviews, it would be, people would say, we're like, for the most part, tracking 20 to 30 hours, but every once in a while it'd be like, I beat this in 12 hours. It'd be like, what? Or like, I beat this in 70 hours. It's just like, no, no, that's not right. And it's just like, yeah, it's just very crazy. Like one person in our review Discord, I think, completed the game in like something like 11 hours, like
Wow, what a
100% of
freak.
everything. Yeah, and it was like, it was like, it's like, I have trouble doing that,
Yeah.
like, I don't know how you did that. Like, you don't even have a guide, you don't even know where everything is. How did you find everything that fast? Like, you're
Was
like
he
a
a
freak.
speed runner? Because I know you
No,
you had a
no,
few speed runners, didn't you?
he
Do the
just,
QA?
yeah, we did have a lot of speedrunners, but
Yeah.
speedrunners usually are like normal, actually normal playing the game. Like, their first time through,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
like
They're
usually
just
slow. It's,
relentless.
yeah, it is weird. It is weird how they're like, it's like their first time through they're like normal, but the second time through they're like gods. uh,
I got to say, man, the soundtrack is just incredible. Jake Kaufman,
oh
he's
yeah, I
he's
mean,
unbelievable. What he's
Jake's a
done
genius.
here. No, he really is a
Yeah,
genius. This was unbelievable. Like
yeah.
really good.
Yeah, I mean, and it's jam packed too. It's crazy. It's like, I don't know, 4 hours of music or something. It's and all like, most of the songs have, like, if you go into the underlab or you go into caves, or like, they have like an alternate version of this song that's like, basically he wrote a remix. Essentially, they're not like, it's not like it dropped out tracks. It's like he wrote a different version. And they seamlessly blend into each other, which is also crazy. Yeah, it's just, I mean, the number of like styles of music that he hit, like, uh
Oh.
is crazy, and yeah, I mean the music's like so freaking catchy, and
So what's it like for
uh,
you? Do they get dropped in throughout development and you're kind of
I
getting this
mean
little
Jake,
buzz? Or how does it work?
he usually does like it's like three big batches. I would say it's like okay, here's like vertical slice, or like here's like the first stage, like I've written like a big thing, and then they'll be like we're 2/3 of the way through the game, here's like a huge dump of music, and then here's like the end of the game, here's another huge dump of music. So yeah, like for most of the game it feels like we're starved and have nothing. And he does all the sound effects too, and it's in the same way with
Does
the sound
he?
effects.
Oh,
Yes, so yeah, and the sound effects, like I think a lot of people don't give Jake enough
they're
credit.
so
His sound
good.
effects is also they're also incredible.
Yeah.
Um, he's very good. And so yeah, basically we're like starved most of the game, and we're just like hoping, oh please Jake, please just put some, like we really would love some music. I would love to not, like Shovel Knight for example has a boss theme for every single boss, and he didn't write any of the boss themes till basically the game was done. And so
Damn.
every single boss I
Crazy.
put in the game like was done with King Knight's boss theme, because I was the only one he wrote first. And then all the boss
Oh,
themes
no.
went, and I'm like, oh no, like they don't match the music, like the rhythm's all wrong. Oh crap. Oh, they like feel weird now because I
Yeah,
like,
because there's a rhythm.
because
There is. You're right.
yes, they're all like, but it
Yeah.
was actually good in a way because like they all the bosses then had like a similar feeling to them, like anticipations had certain timings, and like the recoveries had certain
Oh, for
timing. Like
gameplay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that gameplay felt like you could read it, I think, well, because like just subconsciously like made it like work to the beat. But yeah, like after, yeah, when all the music went in, it was like it's amazing, but I'm like worried now. But yeah, that's often how it feels. It's like, oh, it's like holy crap, like 100 music tracks just went in, we got to put these all in. It's 300 sound effects, oh god, here we go.
Does he do the squeak noise for Mina? Like, because who's the
Yeah,
custodian for all the like incredible details, little details and Easter eggs in the game? Like the Yacht Club logo, or where Mina squeals at that weird dance. Yeah, they're trying to
yeah,
run
I mean
away.
he does it all. I mean, like what, like me or another programmer is like would be responsible for putting it in the game, so a
Okay,
lot of that stuff is like Mina, we might have put in, and I'm not sure like in every case it might differ, but like we'll make a pass at like using the sound effects that we have. Like, oh, we've got one squeak from Jake. Oh, she probably should like emote some way in this dance scene. We'll make her squeak here, right? But it also could be like Jake's like he will make a huge amount of sound effects. We will put them all in, and then we'll do essentially a playthrough after,
yeah,
and
and then
we'll do
follow
a
up.
playthrough before. We'll do a playthrough before
Yeah,
that's like, here's where we think sound effects should go. Like we put in all these temp sound effects. I think this should get replaced. I think this should get replaced. Or he's listening and goes, oh, this would be really good here. And then afterwards he'll like do another playthrough essentially where he's like going through and being like,
yeah.
I think I should have done this. But yeah, it is definitely a team effort, and I mean a lot of that stuff is like we'll take his sounds and like very much like old games, we'll like pitch it up like 300% or something, so it sounds like a completely different sound, or we'll take like 3 4 sounds and play them overlapping each other,
Mhm.
and try to like make a different composite sound by
Yeah.
using them. So I mean, yeah, yeah, it takes a lot of back and forth, I guess, to make sure it sounds all good.
Do you guys call it a horror game in the studio, or wouldn't go that far?
I mean, I don't think I mean, I'm not sure what like constitutes like horror necessarily. I would say it has like horror elements, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, we were thinking about it like it's a scary game. Like we're trying to do scary things. But we were like in the scary department. We were thinking of it like it's like kid scary. It's like Castlevania. It's like over the garden wall. It's like I don't know, name your kid
Ghostbusters
scary.
or something. Yeah, yeah.
Ghostbusters, yeah, Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
a great example. So we're trying to have some scares and some like feelings. A lot of times, what we were thinking about is like what scared you as a kid. Like, or like what do
Yeah.
people like? Oh, you don't like public speaking. Oh, you don't like just dead things are creepy. Or like what happens to people when they die is weird. Like like what will work you up? Oh, a clown is scary, right? That kind, we're like trying to think of the things that might like touch upon fears that you have.
Yeah.
Or falling in the ice, something being in a leaf
Oh,
pile
yeah.
that you're jumping in, like those are like, they're like, so they're like kid like things kids think about. We're like
Yeah, you
trying to
didn't
put
want to
that
go
in
too
there.
dark or anything. Yeah, yeah.
Right, but yeah, it's trying not to be like, rated
Yeah.
for adults.
Well, it's also a very cute game too. Let's not.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it's hard for us. I mean, we like another like a game what we use for a benchmark a lot is Mother 3, which is, it's got this
Mm.
weird like very particular sense of humor, and it's also very scary, like in a psychological like
Yeah, yeah.
way the world works kind of scary. Um but yeah, I mean, it's really hard for us to just not put jokes and make things cute everywhere, and I think that's like the hard part of balancing us also making a scary game is like, well, we can't help ourselves in not we just have like a natural tendency towards silly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so
so good, man. It's an amazing game. You know, you've been with a lot of these guys from, Sean, Nick, for like a lot of your career. When you go, do you
yeah.
guys ever butt heads? And if you do, who wins out? Do you get the final say, David, or
um
what?
the way we work is basically if anyone says like no to anything, then we don't proceed. So we work it out until basically everyone's on board. Um,
Everyone
uh,
is in who?
everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. So I
So
mean,
you've
we.
had instances where one person would
Oh
say no.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Definitely. And I mean, things could drag on for quite a bit of time too. I mean, oftentimes they don't. 'Cause, I mean, we've been working together so long
Yeah.
that we know why someone would not like something, or why, like, and then you can usually figure out like, it's like, oh, they don't like it because of X, Y, and Z, that we should solve for that problem, right? But generally, like, I mean, the way that it's worked, it's like it's always been better by the result of that.
Mm.
So it's like it doesn't bother anyone that we operate that way.
Hmm.
But yeah, I would say we butt heads all the time. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, that's like part of I mean, part of
The fun of it, in a
figuring,
way.
yeah, fun, yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it's not like a negative thing. It's
No.
like we're working through problems, and it's like well, I think the solution is this direction, and the other person's like, I think the solution is not that direction, and it might be that direction, or it might be in between. It's like figuring, but it's like you're trying to figure out, you're essentially butting heads because one person sees a path and another person doesn't see the path, right? And like usually both things are true. And it's like it's just about like actually explaining what it is you're trying to get to. Like a good
Yeah,
example,
yeah.
like I would give all the time on Shovel Knight, which was like a major thing we all didn't like, which is Shovel, or Sean really wanted to put fishing in the game, and we're all like, we don't like fishing, we don't like, it's an action game, it doesn't make sense, why would you put fishing in it, it's stupid. And then after talking about it, like a long time for like weeks, he was like, well, I just really like the idea of a guy in armor sitting down and holding a fishing rod, I think that's really funny. And then it was like,
Oh, we get it.
oh, that is really funny. You're right. That is like, now we're all on board. And then we figured out like, okay, now we know how to, like, now we can think about how to make it make sense because we know where it's coming from essentially, right?
Yeah.
But if you just go from the idea of like it's fishing, it doesn't make sense, and almost in a way it didn't make sense to Sean either, right? Like the
Yeah.
more we whittled it down, he's like, I don't want that either, I don't want fishing, I don't want I just want this silly thing. And then because we had that, then we had all these problems in the game that we were like, we need a way to get for people to get health in the middle of a stage if they're really bad at the game. We need more ways to find secrets in the game. And basically we had all these things and we built them into fishing because we knew, like, we were looking for something that could solve those problems, and fishing could.
That's cool. It's responsible for the fishing in this one.
No, actually, this one is Alec wanted to do. He wanted to do fishing like because Link's Awakening like it's the first fishing mini game really that like caught. I don't know if there was one before that, but that was like the first like really big one that like made everyone start doing fishing in their games. So it felt like we should do some kind of fishing. And actually, when we went to do it in this game, we were like, everyone was like, no, like basically like I can't think of like we did what we wanted to do with fishing and Shovel Knight. We like there's nothing more to do with fishing. Like everyone was like, I hate fishing. I don't like fishing. It's stupid. And I mean, Sean basically like
Oh.
sort of gave up on in he's like, I can't do fishing again. And I was like, I'll figure something out. And Waz and I went and basically figured it out like together. Like I'm like, okay, we'll make it a sidearm and it'll make it like a be able to you can skip over collision with it like by hooking onto something and going. It's like that's something we haven't done yet. That'd be cool. And then we'll put like a fish in each zone and there'll be like little mini boss kind of fights feeling things, and so it'll be more like a fighting thing. It'll be more like fighting. We didn't do that in Shovel Knight. But yeah, it was really like it was towards the end of the project too that we were trying to figure out, and it was just like pure exhaustion of it's like we can't add anything more to this game. It's got so much stuff in it.
So how much was left on the cutting room floor?
I mean, like nothing.
Thank God. I was gonna say,
Yes.
what else could you add?
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, we generally the way we work is we do like way more upfront stuff. It's like it's pretty unusual for us to be adding things
Later
and
on.
cutting them or like, oh, I got this great idea, I'm just going to put it in.
Mm.
We're really like plan it out, and we put and if it doesn't work we make it work. More than we like are like, oh, if this doesn't seem to be good, let's not do it. Yeah,
Really?
it's like
Yeah.
we made a plan, we're going to stick to it, and it's going to work because we said it would be fun. uh that's generally how we go.
So you're stubborn.
Yes,
Stubborn devs.
yes, that's the extreme. We're extremely stubborn. That's a good way to look at it.
How's your proprietary engine evolved over the years? It's your own engine,
It's
right?
our own,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Shovel Knight was it's a different. This one's a different engine than Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight was sort of like we made it for Shovel Knight, and we were like, I don't, we're not gonna use this for another game. But when we started out during Shovel Knight, actually, we started like basically slowly making a new engine. And yeah, we kicked it off with Mina, and
Is it hard to make your own engine? It's the
yeah,
answer is
it's
yes.
definitely
The
yes.
answer is yes.
I mean,
But how
yeah.
hard is it? How hard is it?
I mean, it depends what you're trying to do with it, I think.
Okay.
Like we made Shovel Knight and the engine and ported it to two platform like PC and or Windows and 3DS and Wii U, which are all weirdo consoles. And we did that in 18 months, right? So it's like it's not that hard,
Yeah.
right? And we had two. It was me and one other, Ian, and one other programmer. So it's like two programmers did that in 18 months, built the whole game and the engine, and so like, but we used a level design tool like Tiled, and we used things to our advantage to go faster, right? We used open source stuff, or we had code that we had accumulated over the years that we used. um
Of course.
like this Mina is like from scratch. We wrote every single little tiny thing in it. So it's like a way more ambitious of an engine. So it's way harder because of that, right? Like we wrote the sound engine. Like in most no engines write their audio engine. It's very rare that you like see a
Yeah.
custom engine that has an audio engine. So I mean, with like that kind of thing, like we wrote every little tiny bit of it, and that takes time. And the part that makes it harder is really like how feature rich are you making it? Like how many tools are you providing? How many platforms are you porting to? And just like, and how flexible are you making it, right? You could be making it very, like, we could have made the engine very towards Mina, but we were also making the engine so we could make a 3D game
Mm.
one day. So like, it can do a lot of stuff, and that makes it a lot bigger and a lot more unwieldy and a lot harder to make.
So you're going to
uh,
keep this going for the foreseeable future?
yes,
Yeah.
hopefully, yes. Yeah.
There's not another new engine, surely.
No, I don't think so. Yeah. And I mean, yeah, and it's hard when you're small. We're small, so it's like, we don't have a bunch of people like toiling away on it all the time to
Of
add all
course.
these features and stuff. So yeah, it can be
Yeah, I
tricky,
know
but
the Decima engine, Death Stranding and Horizon, they've got like 20 or 30 people just on the
yes.
engine.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and
You know what
I
I
mean,
mean?
they're
Uh,
very, they're way more complicated and feature rich than
uh,
ours. But yeah, like, but we can do the things that are in our game. Like, for example, I can tell you that the Decima engine does not have a palette editor where you're making palette effects that are good
nah.
for 2D pixel art games, right? But ours is very, very, very elaborate, probably way more than it has. Like, we've probably made the best palette editing tool that's like ever been made, because like no one else has never needed to do that to the extreme that we have. So we have things that our stuff can do really well, and that we like build to our, to our purpose, like to help the games that we're making, which is like, that's the nice part about making your own engine.
I've got a few fan questions here, if that's all right for you, David.
Yeah.
What's the direction for Yacht Club Games? Will they focus on new IPs or stick to Mina like they did for Shovel Knight? And I guess you can answer this as however way you want to, mate.
We're not gonna do any like DLC. Like, we're a Shovel Knight's, like, the reason we maintained it for so long is because we were adding, based on the Kickstarter, we were adding new campaigns. We like promised 4 campaigns and a battle mode. So we did all those,
You
and we did them
delivered.
way, yes, we did. We greatly over delivered. Uh, and when we made Mina, we're like, we're not doing that again.
Yeah, yeah.
So like, we're not planning to add anything to Mina. I mean, we'd love to make a Mina 2 or something one day. I mean, we like, over the course of development, that we talked about it a lot. And we left like clues in the game as to like where it would go. Even but that
Mm.
said, I don't know if we're ever gonna do it,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I don't and I don't think we're going to work on it next. But I mean, we do see it, like, I mean, when we started off, we were like, this is our Zelda. This, like, if Shovel Knight's our Mario, this is our Zelda. Like, we wanted to make big tent pole kind of franchise um, games, and so that's how we looked at Mina. So hopefully we'd return to it. But
And you didn't
yeah,
want to be a one sort of franchise studio, of course, did you?
no, and I guess we didn't want to make like just one kind of game too.
Yeah,
We wanted to
yeah.
try to like hit certain things, but
For your own
yeah,
creativeness as well, I'm sure.
yeah, definitely, yeah. I mean, yeah, it helps I mean, you learn lots of new things doing making new kinds of games, that I think makes your other, when we go back and make Shovel Knight 2 one day, hopefully. I don't know if we I don't know about that either, but if we did, it was like, I bet that game would be way better because of all the things we've learned, making Mina, even though they feel like very different ideas. um
I got to respect you for not doing Shovel Knight 2, because that would have been the money move. But you guys are obviously
yeah.
no, no, seriously.
Well,
I respect it.
uh, yeah.
Seriously.
Oh, thank
Um,
you.
Mina 2, yeah. I'd love to see that. Or Shovel Knight 2. Could you please make an endless spark generator mode with leaderboard?
I love that, because I feel like the spark generators are one of the most like divisive things, or at least when I
Yeah.
read on like Reddit, or people are like, "Oh, I hate the spark generator. I like everything. The game is perfect, 10 out of 10, except the spark generators." It's like, oh no. Yeah, I would love that. Yeah, that would be great. I mean, originally it was like, when we were making it, we were sort of thinking like, should this be like a randomly generated, like it could be infinite kind of thing, and I think that would be cool. But yeah, we decided to make it very like placed down and specific.
With Mina, if you were to do Mina 2, just something's triggered in my mind here. It would
Yeah.
be a lot easier, right?
Oh
Doing
yeah,
yeah, it'd be
definitely.
like it wouldn't be 6 years.
I don't know. I would sure hope not. Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, yeah.
no,
I
because you've got
mean,
everything built in, kind of, right?
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I mean, this project, like, lots of things went wrong. Not just the fact, like, I think if we went as fast as we could have, it probably should have taken 3 years. Um, just for the scope of the game we were making.
yeah,
And how much we were like, and we were making an engine from scratch during it, like everything we were doing made it take a long time. But it's like we also went through COVID, and we built out, like, we were getting we had two teams going on, and
yeah,
like
man. Not
the
easy.
teams were not gelling. It's like everything was going wrong and made it take way longer. I would hope if we made a sequel we could make it really fast. Maybe we could do one of the Majora's Mask and make it in a year or something.
Can the apprentice in the Hollower Guild Hall please get a name? He deserves one, David.
That's such a good question. Uh, I don't know. I guess we'll have to go
Call him
back to
Dan
our.
for me, yeah?
Oh yeah.
All I want is a physical release for Switch 2.
That is one of the things we're working on through right now, is talking to partners about that. So yeah, hopefully
Cool.
we'll do one.
Could you just share your thoughts and reactions in regards to the large positive reception towards Thorne?
That's interesting. I'm wondering. I'm thinking about what they want me to say. Like what when you ask that question, I'm sure. I mean, I think Thorne is. This is sort of a far afield, but
Yeah.
I've been listening. I just recently listened to this podcast about the Weather Underground, which is, if you don't know, was a radical, like a justice organization in the United States that did basically, like, they don't say terror, but terror actions. So it's like they were trying to stop the Vietnam War, and they were trying to get rights for Black people, and they would do basically nonviolent uh, things like, oh, they're going to blow up this building, they're going to blow up, they're going to break this, like take down the statue, that kind of thing. And they were like on the FBI most wanted list. Anyway, I was thinking a lot about, like, basically, like, what goes, like, listening to this, it's like basically like Thorne is essentially that, right? He's like this radical, using violence to try to convince the public to change how they're behaving.
Hmm.
um and I guess what's interesting to me about it is that, like, in today's society, when it feels like, I think everyone feels like they don't have any power in controlling everything. And when you're told, like, oh, I should use Gandhi or Martin Luther King, these are like non-violence is the answer things, and then you see like Luigi Mangione, like, kill a CEO, and everyone's like, oh, thank God, like someone's doing something, I mean, as awful as that sounds, but it does, but everyone in the world's reacting that way, right? Everyone's in the world is reacting like, thank you, something is happening about this problem we've been just screaming about. I think Thorne is like, sort of like, feels similar to me, like it's a
Yeah.
character that is like, is trying to do something about and make a change, and I guess being able to relate to that, I think, more than anything, for me, is like, oh, that's probably why it connects so strongly right now, is like, you
Yeah.
can see the world is broken, and no one is doing anything, and no one is helping, and everyone is continuing to think it's okay, and it's like, why isn't anyone doing anything, right? It's nice to
Hmm.
have someone who's doing it.
Are there any Easter eggs that you can share that no one's picked up on yet?
um there's an there is an Easter egg I don't think anyone's seen, where I forget exactly what it is, but if you hold a button on the death screen, I don't remember which buttons, but there's a statue, like a gravestone that appears,
Yeah.
and if you hold different buttons, she'll make a different face
Oh,
when it
really?
grabs on Paris. Yes.
Oh, that's cool. Who put that in?
Yeah, I did. I did. Yeah.
That was you. You're like, I'm just going to throw that in, or
No,
what?
well, I mean, I don't. We made one. What happened was we made one for I think Nick. I think it was Nick. I don't know. I'm probably gonna get it wrong, but
Yeah.
for when you get caught in the dark, we made one a weird one for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she makes like her eyes are like blackened out when that happens, and so we are like, oh, we should. And then we just like from there went to the Easter egg kind of thing. Oh, you should push buttons and other faces happen. Um,
So good.
yeah.
I love stuff like that. They say lightning doesn't strike twice, but after Shovel Knight, you've managed to release yet another unforgettable masterpiece. You are an indie dev, not a AAA like Capcom. What's the secret to your consistent success?
Oh, well, that's very kind. I don't know. We work really, really hard. I feel like that's step number one. I think we're really open to hearing everyone's thoughts on the games that we're making and what they're thinking. Um, and um, that is like more I think it's easy as you get better and more experience to be like, no, the other person's wrong, right? When when they give you an opinion, and I think we've done a really good job of being like, we're hearing the things that people say over and over. Like, we're never going to stop saying whatever. When they say something's wrong, we're going to listen. uh they might not be matching what the game is, and that's okay, but like, we're going to figure out why they're saying that and how to address it, or maybe
Mm.
like make something better, make their experience better in some way. um and then, I mean, I think the other thing is that we really love games. I mean, we really love games and still love them. And, like, so for us, it's like a real, I mean, we really care. We really care that it's like that we're making something that is gonna, like, that other people should like will care about. Like, we're
Yeah.
looking at the game and we're thinking, what would I want in here? What would I want to have in this game if I was the person playing it? Like, and we got to make sure we put everything in there. And I think a lot of that just comes down to, like, we're fortunate that we've been successful and we're able to take the time and put those things in, right? Not everyone gets that luxury. Like, when we worked at Way Forward, and we had to make a game in 12 months, it's like we thought those games were great and we didn't get the time to put those things in, and it makes a difference. Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, we're very lucky. I guess we're like, having people that buy our games is what makes us able to do that. So that's very fortunate. So yeah, thank you.
Do you remember that Thor game that you worked on, the DS
Oh yeah.
game?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Fond
Did you
fond
play it?
memories? Yeah, I played it. Yeah,
Oh wow. Oh, that's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Um
I
yeah.
had to mention
It
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I did so many things. I That was like, when I worked on that game, actually, I'm like, here I'm like known as the guy who like makes bosses. Um, and that is because of Thor, because um
Ah, yeah.
I was working on the bosses in that, and people like noticed me. What, like, the final boss in that game,
That's sick.
I remember that like the tech director at Way Forward came and saw me working on that, and he was like, "Oh, how did you get that on the screen?" All I was working on at the moment was just having the sprite be on both screens, and it was all black. It was on black, and I mean, and eventually in the real game, there's like all the
Yeah,
backgrounds and
yeah, yeah.
everything. But just getting the boss to fit in memory was a challenge, on its own without the backgrounds. So I was just working on that, and he like saw me working on it. He's like, "Holy shit, this is incredible!" And I think it just like spread. It's like, oh, this guy's good at making bosses. He can do, like, pushing the bounds of what's like possible. And like, yeah.
That's
So from
awesome.
that's when I like got that. I don't know, that like stuck with me ever since that game. But yeah, I really remember that. Actually, I worked on that game while working on two other games simultaneously. So I was working on three games because I got
Dude, you're a
pulled off.
beast, man.
Yeah,
An
I got pulled
absolute
off Thor. I got worked too hard.
yeah, yeah. I
More like
think
I got
both.
abused. But yeah, I was working on the end of Thor. They were like, we need to move you onto Blood Rain because another program had left and they had to meet this milestone. So they moved me onto Blood Rain. But then but I was like one of the only programmers on Thor, so they moved another programmer onto Thor, and then they're like, you need to help. You like
Oh my god.
a couple weeks after being on Blood Rain, they're like, Thor is falling behind. You need to help. This was like, dude, I can't do that much at once.
Oh, hey,
So
it's good
that's
to
my
be loved. It's good to be,
yes, yeah,
that's
yeah.
one good
Like,
thing.
oh, I guess I'm doing a good job at this company.
I know you're losing light, so I got a few more for you, and then we'll get out of here. Sorry,
Yeah,
mate.
I should probably turn on some lights here.
What bosses did you do for Mina? A lot of the bosses?
Oh yeah, a lot. Let's see. It's interesting because so we hired some new people on Mina and they did a lot of the boss. I mean, I like oversaw all the bosses. Um, but I did also like and I did a lot of like I'm making the boss I'm gonna make a pass at the boss and make it better after they had finished. Um but the bosses I did from scratch, I mean, maybe like 75% of them I maybe did from scratch. There was a point in the project, I guess the main bosses were done, and we're like, let's go add some mini bosses. And I maybe added like like 16 bosses in like 6 months or something. Um, yeah, a
Well,
lot.
thank you, man. Thank you for the
Yes.
great for the great time. Would it be possible to add a favorite loadouts option for trinkets, David?
We talked about this one. I can't remember where we landed on it actually. So it is possible. I think we're not going to add it, but that's my memory of it, but I don't remember. I'm not sure. It is possible. It is possible. Everything's possible.
Do you plan to use Jake for music in the future? I
Absolutely. I think Jake is the best composer in video games, and I would hope we always work together.
awesome. What are you playing at the moment, David? What games?
I'm playing Splatoon Raiders.
Oh yeah, nice.
Um, I just finished Baby Steps. So those are my two recent things.
That's an interesting list you've got going there. What would be your Mount Rushmore of games?
My favorite games are Mario 64,
Yeah.
Link to the Past, Super Mario Brothers 3. Um, I really like Shadow of the Colossus and Eco. I like think of those maybe like the same game. Um, uh, what else? Smash Brothers,
So
Super Smash
you're
Brothers.
not a big Nintendo fan, is
Oh,
what I'm
I don't
getting.
like Nintendo at all. Yeah. Um,
uh,
yeah, I find like I really like I mean I play billions of games on every platform, but I
yeah.
mean Nintendo ones are usually the ones that if I'm ever going to play them again, I rarely play games again a second time, but if I do it's typically the Nintendo games. And yeah,
You
and
can't
I
go
mean,
wrong.
obviously, I like old games as you could see by that list too. It's like harder for me to get into more modern games. I'm not one to like sit through tutorial or like
Mm,
or people yapping at me. It's the worst. Stop talking. I can't take it. Um,
yeah, yeah. I'd love to going back to the modifiers. I'd love to see the discourse if a Souls game would add those modifiers. What people would think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what? I mean, I think like what's interesting is people say like I want, I can't know if someone else like played it at the same challenging level. That's impossible. It's weird. It's weird because Souls games. I mean, you can level up and make it crazy easy, right? You can
I
like
know,
increase.
that's the
You can have
thing.
your friend play with you. You can have an overpowered level come and like guy fight with you. It's like they can be as easy as you want. They can be so easy. So it's so weird to me that they're so gatekeeping in that way. It's different when you have like the reason I use Silksong is because Silksong, like, you literally can't help yourself, right? You can go get more equipment or whatever, but at some point you're stuck. And that's not true in Dark Souls. In Dark Souls, you can level up forever. You can always get better equipment. Your equipment could just be so overpowered.
Yeah, and as you
So
said,
it
you
is,
got the summons as well. Yeah,
yeah, you have the summons. So just it is weird. And I think lots of people play those games with mods and cheats anyway. I think there's a reason that they're played more on PC than on consoles, and I think that's why. Uh, yeah, I would guess if it was in there, everyone would like. I mean, they would obviously freak out when it first happened, but I bet it would just be like a normal thing that people wouldn't bat an eye at. Uh, and some people probably want those games to be harder too, and I bet it would be nice to make them harder.
yeah,
Like I'm sure there's people, especially after playing so many of them, that just cruise through them.
yeah,
Uh, yeah.
100%. Um, this could be a silly question, but does Shovel Knight take place in the same world as Mina the
No, no, they don't.
Hollower?
No.
Yeah, no. Yacht Club Games is one of the tentpole indie devs. What does the push for all digital look from your perspective? What's your personal take on the future?
I'm sure if you asked everyone at Yacht Club, they would probably give a different opinion. For me, I really don't buy physical games because I find the downsides are annoying. Like, oh, I gotta have the cartridge on me. I gotta, like I gotta swap it. Oh, where did I gotta go swap it out because I want to play that game right now. Um, but as a kid, I know it would have driven me crazy. Like, oh, I wouldn't be able to share with my friends. I wouldn't be able to buy discount games easier. Like all this stuff that they let like that allows for. Like, I spent so much of my life in used game stores trying to figure out what games to buy on a with no money. Um, so taking that, I guess I wish that if they were when they're going to all digital, which I'm sure will happen one day. I mean, I would love for them not to do that because it's nice to have physical versions. I mean,
Mm,
the way we've like thought about our physical versions is like we like to make like here's the final done physical version, no updates in a package, and hopefully this one will last forever. And even if you don't have internet, you can play this kind of thing.
yeah.
Um, it's like here's the one for the history books is sort of how we think about it. But so I wish it always existed for that reason. But even if it didn't, I wish they would provide the mechanisms that you get with it. It seems like why are we losing the benefits of physical stuff? Like why can't I share a game with my friends? Why can't I why can't I sell my game the same way I sell it, to a used store? Why can't uh why this has driven me nuts forever. For no one talks about this, but like
Yeah.
if you're trying to give a game to a friend, or give a game to a child, or like for Christmas or whatever, it's impossible. It's so impossible. Like you can't do it without physical games, right? And I do, and the worst part is like I don't want to give someone a physical game like another adult. They don't want a physical one. They want the digital version, right? And it's annoying. I can't. It's like, what do you put under? What do I give them to wrap into the present? Right? I'm not going to wrap a piece of
Yeah.
paper. That's super lame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish they would fix that problem more than anything.
Yeah.
uh,
Man.
like I don't know what grandmas do these days when they buy, they like they have to buy a present. Oh, they get the Roblox or whatever they call it for Roblox, the money. They like if they want to buy something for your like, your grandkid is into games. There's like no real helpful thing to do there.
Well, I guess for GTA or something, I guess it's going to be the cover and then nothing inside, like a piece of paper inside.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean that's actually
Yeah.
like I don't think that's like a real step they're taking, but that would be nice actually if you were buying digital
Yeah.
versions that they at least provide a box that you could
Yeah.
buy. That would
Yeah.
be nice, at least for that kind of problem of the I want to buy a Christmas present. Yeah.
um, Despite the smash runaway success of Shovel Knight, Yacht Club Games found themselves in a situation where you were threatening to shut down if Mina didn't sell well enough. This is after crowdfunding for multiple games. Now that Mina seems to be a success, what is Yacht Club doing differently, whether in management or workflow, to ensure you do not continue to find yourselves in a buy this game or we shut down forever situation? Yeah, I'll let you.
Yeah, I mean we try to learn from everything we're doing. I mean one big problem that we had over Mina was we split into two teams and we're working on two games. And this was our second or maybe third time trying it. Like during Shovel Knight, we tried to make like King Knight and Spectre Knight at the same time, and then we tried to make like King Knight and we were trying to make a 2D top-down game that wasn't Mina, but it didn't get very far. But that's like where the tech for this game actually started. Um, and that didn't work. And then this time we were like, okay, those didn't work because we didn't have enough people. We're gonna hire way more people, and we hired it. So we had two teams worth of people, and we're like, we don't like having two teams worth of people. Basically, like it was just a mess, and we had trouble making two games. And we're like, okay, now we're never making two games again, ever. We're never doing it. We don't like to
God, you
do it.
sound you really got scarred by that.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, we made a game that took 6 years. It's like we didn't want it. We thought the game would take 2 years. So when you think
Yeah,
the game's
yeah.
going to take 2 years and take six, it's like that's we really screwed up,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah, I understand.
We like that's the big thing we're gonna like that we're gonna do. But a lot of it is like, hey, we're gonna, we know these things have worked, and we're gonna stick to our. We gotta make sure we stick to our best practices, and we don't like, for example, we work much better when we estimate the how long each task will take, and we track how long we've been taking on everything, which sounds really lame and stupid, but it does make us work better because we go, hey, we did this amount of work this week, and we're consistently hitting this amount of work this week. We can see we're like on track, we're like
Yeah.
doing well. And when we're not doing that, you can see like, oh, something's going wrong. We're like, oh, it's because they're out of town or they're not working well or whatever. Something we can see a problem is happening, and it's nice. It's like it makes it easier to identify those things sooner, than like, oh, I wonder. Like, it seems like this person's not really working, but I don't want to like give them a hard time about it, right? That it's like I don't know. It's
Yeah, yeah.
it just makes it easy. It makes it harder to put off things that are going wrong, I
There's
guess.
accountability, yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
makes the accountability like out in the open.
Yeah.
Um,
No, that's good.
and yeah, so I mean, we have lots of like little things, I guess, like that we're like trying to stick to this time. Um, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of it is just like we're we're like, games is sort of like a hits driven industry, right? And we have to, if we don't make a hit, we're not going to be in business. For us, it's like
Yeah.
we're more thinking about how do we keep the quality of the games up, because that's the only way we know to make a game that sells well and will like actually get us through to the next game.
I trust you guys. Game
Yeah.
Awards Orchestra, what song should they use if you were in the Game of the Year
If I
orchestra?
was gonna pick one,
Yeah.
I'd probably pick one of the Bone Beach songs. Either
Oh,
one.
okay.
I love those
So
songs.
what do you
I
think?
also,
Do you think they'll pick that, or do you what do you think will be picked? The main
oh, I don't
theme,
know
or
what.
yeah?
There's not like a real
It's not really
obvious.
a main theme, is it?
Yeah, I
No.
mean, yeah, yeah. I don't know what you would pick if you were. Maybe you'd like look at one of our trailer. I forget what our trailer song is, but maybe that's like those are probably like the most heard ones because you probably saw the trailer first. Maybe they'd pick one of those. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they go about picking those.
Did they? Were you guys up for Shovel Knight back in the day, or
Yeah,
was it?
we were the first indie winners of,
Yeah,
because
you
the
won, but
2014
were you in the
was the
Game of
first
the
year
Year
we did it.
orchestra? Was there an orchestra then? Or I don't think there was. Maybe there was.
I don't.
Can't remember.
I think there might have been an orchestra, but they maybe weren't playing our. I don't remember if they were playing our music. I
Ah,
don't. I really don't remember. That was a long time
yeah.
ago.
I know, I know, so long ago.
In GDC,
Yeah.
which has their own awards, I remember for Shovel Knight, they asked Jake to put together all the music for it. Um, and then Jake, like, so it's like this big honor that Jake's like, was asked to do this and put it all together, and had, and like, our music came up a bunch, I think, by their request. and but then it didn't win for music, and I was like, that's weird. That's just wrong.
So silly.
Yeah.
Who beat you out? Do you remember?
I
Oof,
don't remember. I'm
wasn't
sure
as
some
good. Wasn't as good.
game that had an orchestra behind it. I'm sure.
Bastards.
Yeah.
Um, was there ever a map, David?
No, from the beginning, we're making a 2D Zelda with no map. That was the whole point. I mean, we were really looking at a game like Dark Souls,
Yeah.
and Demon Souls to be like, it's fun to explore. It's fun to get a mental model of it in your head.
Yeah.
So we really wanted to lean on that, and I think that's like what makes like the shortcuts in a Dark Souls like fun is that you're like learning the pathing and being like, oh yeah, yeah, I let down a ladder here. I can go faster to get to this other place, or I can go through the Valley of Drakes to get this level or whatever. Um, Having those kind of concepts is that's what we wanted, and I think having a map sort of takes that away. It's like the same way you don't like learn how to get somewhere when you use Google Maps because you're just like following it. Uh, it's like we wanted to avoid that kind of thing. And from the beginning, the biggest thing that changed in that regard is that we didn't actually want to have any way to like quickly get around. Um,
You didn't.
like we didn't, yeah, we didn't want you to be able to warp anywhere. Um,
Yeah.
and then,
Any
but we
reason
did
why? Particularly why?
sort of the same concept
Same thing.
basically.
Yeah.
We wanted you to learn like how to get there and how to like optimize on foot how to get to any location.
Hmm.
And but pretty early on we're like, I think like how big it is, you're gonna need some way. If I missed a secret in Bone Beach in the second half of Bone Beach, I'm not gonna want to walk there. That's like too crazy. So we sort of went for like the Link to the Past kind of style. Like, you can go to specific spots on the map, and but you still need to like learn how to navigate somewhere. You can't just warp anywhere,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good way to do it. Sure. Uh, last one. How much of game dev is grind versus how much is fun?
Oh, that's interesting. Um, I mean, yeah, I guess a lot of it's like work. I mean, it's work for a reason. Uh, like I said, I'm like known for making bosses, and I love making bosses, but it's also like work. Every time I go to start a boss, I'm like, oh man, not another one, not enough. Like I've done so many bosses. I've probably made hundreds of bosses. How can I like this one can't be any different than any other boss I've ever made, you know? Um, and it's like, oh, I know what I'm gonna have to set up this thing and I have to set up that thing, and it's like it's just work. And then you start getting into it and you start doing it. It's like, oh, this is fun. This is really fun. And then it's done and it's good. And then you have to change it for some reason. Like, oh, someone played it and oh, they like found out if you sit in the corner, you can like tease the boss, right? And then it's like, you're kidding me. I can't look at this thing one more time. No, never. Like this, so that's like a small microcosm of it. Yeah, I don't know like how to quantify that in percentages, but yeah, I mean there's definitely
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I mean like the same thing happens like creativity creative wise. I guess I can't say the word, but like when you're like at some point, like in the very early parts of the project, you're just like it's like boundless. You have to come up with ideas, and it's exhausting. Like having to be creative, right? Um, you're just like I want to place stones. I want to just build it. I just want to make it, and it's like no, we got to like plan it out. We got to make sure everything's solid. We got to it's just like I can't think of one more thing. I can't think of anything. And because you're doing it like all in a condensed period, it's hard to
I
do it
know.
like
Yeah, yeah.
it's hard when
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
not having like things to break up your mind and stuff like like
100%.
but then you get to the end of the project where it's like you're just bug fixing over and over and it's no creativeness at all, right? It's just like
Yeah,
bug after
yeah.
bug after bug, and you're like, god, I just wish I could do something creative right now. I'm like dying to do, I just want to make a game, and all you're doing is fixing bugs, which is making a game, but it feels like you're not like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, it
There's a
goes.
real dichotomy going on. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's almost more about like your mood and where you're at, like in any part of it, than it is like it's. And at the end of the day, it's like a lot of it is all fun. I would say the things that
Yeah.
aren't fun are like managing the books,
Localization. Yeah. Oh,
Localization can be localization can be fun when you get the localization, because it's like, oh, I'm going to translate how do they do this pun. I'm like, this like very
oh, yeah, yeah.
very English pun, how are they going to do it? Oh, they use that word in Spanish. That must be funny, I bet. Yeah, that can be really fun to see, and it makes it feel like more real. But just see it in other
yeah.
languages, it's like, oh, this is a real game now. But it can be
Yeah.
exhausting and be like, in German it doesn't fit on the menu. Oh no, it's
Oh,
like the
yeah,
text is
yeah.
too long. It's like, why do they really have to use a 40 character word for the 4 character word in English? It just feels unnecessary.
oh, man. That's brilliant. What is your favorite boss, by the way, that you worked on for Mina?
Um, my favorite boss of Mina I didn't work on, or other than like helping like I said, which was, I think, the final boss. The
Oh,
first
so
phase
good.
of the final boss is my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
really good.
yeah, I really really like that. Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're all good. Thank you for your time today, man. I've really enjoyed this. Appreciate you giving
Oh,
up some
thank
time.
you. Yeah, I'm happy to do it. That was fun.
Where can we get Mina if you haven't bought it already?
Mina is on PC, Mac, and Linux. Works great on your Steam Deck. You can get it on Switch 2, on Xbox Series X and S, and on PlayStation 5. So all your major consoles and PCs.
How would you go porting it to DS? How
Well,
would it
I
run?
wouldn't after
Wouldn't
Shovel
run.
Knight,
Wouldn't run well.
working on the 3DS, we were like, we didn't do this, but we just talked about it so frequently. Every time we got to the end of the project, it got to the point where it's like, I mean, Shovel Knight barely fit on the 3DS, like,
Yeah.
because and every game we had to put a new game. It's like, now there's 2 games in it, now there's 3 games in it, now there's 4 games in it, and we're just like, we cannot fit it. It's like excruciating getting it to work on the 3DS, and just the amount, like, it just didn't have the memory for it. And we're just like, we're gonna go and smash it and throw it in the ocean, all our 3DSs, when we're done, because like I cannot look at another 3DS. And over the course of Mina, like, everyone was feeling nostalgic, like, man, it would be so fun to see this game in
Oh
stereoscopic
my
3D,
god.
wouldn't it? It would be so good, it would look so good. It's like
It actually would look good.
every time someone said that, I'm like, no, like, shut your mouth. It's
It
like
would look good
so
on
much work.
Vita, don't you think?
Oh, of course,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
Vita. Yeah, it would
Vita
look
would be
amazing.
cool.
Yeah,
I
I love
miss the
that
Vita.
OLED. Yeah, me too.
I
It
got
was
to
a
go
great
back and
experience.
platinum Shovel Knight on the Vita.
Oh
It,
yeah, it's good.
yeah.
It's no, not many people know this. Like, not many people use it, but it's got back touch on there. You can touch Shovel Knight's back and poke him.
Ah, that's
It's just
cool.
it's a dumb like little thing, but you
Is that
can,
all
yeah.
it's used for?
That's all it's used for, just for poking his back. Give him a little back scratch.
That I forgot about that feature in the Vita. Yeah,
Yeah,
bit of a gimmick,
no one
wasn't
used.
it? Yeah, no one could think of anything for it. Yeah. Hey, thank you so much, mate. I appreciate your time. Look forward to doing this
Yeah,
again sometime.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, happy to do it again.